guys, with this one right here, we didn't got E1 3x3 Naughty Sister music video. You got the music video, but you got with 3x3, especially with the E1 3x3, especially with everything else, and him having his whole him coming into it with the just this one right here. Another Prodigal one, but you got just the Naughty Sister and everything else, and just with the music video and with this one coming into it, especially with his whole thing and everything else, and just with the whole Naughty Sister and the 3x3, especially with this one right here, like everything else, coming into it, especially everything else that been coming into it, like especially with E1, because mainly his other ones and all his other ones and all these other temperates, but you just got with this one coming into it right here, and just with the whole E1 and 3x3, but you just got something right here with just with the whole the Eastro one.
Three times free, AFG, free all the guys incarcerated.
I tweak or mix this, it sounds cold.
Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still to a dick from Zed's what sinner.
I tweak or mix this, it sounds cold.
Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still to a dick from Zed's what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bedroom.
Ooh, and this one right here, the way it's really slinging flying, the way it's slinging flying coming from both, areas, and the way it just, slinging like, hey, the whole thing, hey, he gave him the both look, and they both gave him the both look, and it was coming from, both symptoms, like he said, even through the center, and everything else, like coming through this one, like I feel the kind of vicious in this one, the way the whole thing is already like filmized and everything else. Like you could feel that, a little bit of that screw show and that whole thing, Brislin coming through it, whole thing, how it's just, especially how everything was, plotting too.
Just like Jamaican bigger, my Barbie confirmed this at every picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still to a dick from Zed's what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bed juice like Jamaican bigger. My Barbie confirmed this at every picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. He raved it wrong, beginner. Bush roll strike right like Tinder. Now we're all Gasco seeing Mirinda. He got his head cracked, surprise. Beginner. Bush roll strike right like Tinder. Now we're all Gasco seeing Mirinda. He got his.
Ooh, you waved it wrong, just like a tent, just like tender, just like a rent, and everything, like dude, just the whole thing. Hey, they didn't, was licking stuff wrong, doing the wrong thing, doing the wrong, is established and everything else, like with the whole thing, especially with everything else, come this to him, but he didn't blade, he wasn't waving the whole thing, different way, coming from the whole thing, he said, blending it off another thing, doing it all wrong.
Head crack, surprise like Kinder. Work by a gang, but we still build ninja. She was too, I won't rate in a figure. You remind me of an op that we got called Jigger. They wanna see E1 birded. I had a case coming, but Corona adjourned it. I've seen him running away with purpose. Fucking clown, he deserves a circus. Let me throw some shade in the borough. Hashtag resident stay on nervous. He bucked into AFG straight to a surgeon. I was telling the nurses to close them curtains. Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still to a dick from Zed's what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bed juice like Jamaican bigger. My Barbie confirmed this at every picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still to a dick from Zed's what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bed juice like Jamaican bigger. My Barbie confirmed this at every picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. See a ting looking you in town. She don't even know I'm a go-getter. She telling me I know you the N9 fellas just gave man a screw. Have you got a vendetta? General pattern of sweater. I like the grey things but the black one's better. Every picture picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. See a thing looking new in town, she don't even know I'm a go-getter. She telling me I know you the end.
Ooh, especially looking, hey, he said just like looking like the new person on the town. Hey, the new person on the town, especially that one person, that one fresh person, that one person coming up town, coming out those centrals and the whole thing, like he said, coming from that, that Cicero's, like you coming from that whole Aristos and you having your whole things, your whole counter like, hey, you coming from that one thing, and especially you doing your thing too. You a go getter, like hey, you a go runner, like hey, whatever is traumatizing your schedule way, you a main go visitor, and everything else. The way that whole thing, absoluted, like he said, looking like the the baddest one on the new one coming into the whole scene, the newest one coming into that, that credit.
Nine fellas just game man a screw, have you got a vendetta? General pattern the sweater, I like the grey things but the black one's better. No days off, I wanna see more pressure. I filled them with salt, now they're asking for pepper. Her name's Riri, let me be cheeky. Swam with leisure with no umbrella. Drill complete, I see a bloody feather. What a drunk you who gave him Stella. DS came back like I thought they knew better. Remember how we done up your member. I mean, don't test my temper. 3M splashes the M. Step on. Who's that one on Insta? Tempted up your member. I mean, don't test my temper. 3M splashes the M. Step on. Who's that one on Insta?
Oh, he's an empty stepper. Oh, hey, that's a cold one right there. Empty stepper and the whole thing, like he said. Coming from this home thing, you having a little bit of your salt and your stuff, and then you got all this other stuff going around, like everything else is going around. But hey, she gets really rocky too, gets down too with it, with everything else too, with these whole things coming from this whole, malicious strip, what you would think it wouldn't be, but it gets real active too, though, that you actually might not think, but it actually does, with the whole, those whole, like they say, that those steppers and those Roman miss.
Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still took dick from Zed, what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bare juice like Jamaican bigger. My Barbie confirmed it's an M picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. Who's that one on Insta? Tempt his naughty sister. She don't care that I'm beefing her brother. She still took dick from Zed, what sinner. He try to run away from the chinga. I saw bare juice like Jamaican bigger. My Barbie confirmed it's an M picture. I don't wanna hear that he's not my nigga. And it's a
Free all the guys incarcerated. Free no splashes in every step on.
Free all the guys, man. Free all the
Time,
guys.
Untitled, you did it again.
I'm like, hush, little baby, don't you cry. They're not gonna come at 9. Pull up on the ops, they're shaky, the ends are snaky. I'm Afghan baby, the ones who really run the 9. Something just got packed off again, and I don't know why. I'm getting bagged for a homicide. Getting chased from cash was daily. That nigga hates me, he came all Bailey, but couldn't link me to the crimes.
Hey, Wooshi, hey, that's a remix too. That's a remix. Hey, that's Calusfro right there. That whole thing Calusfro. And another thing, that's a remix coming into it. Like, hey, like that. They always remix these, these temporary songs, and then they make them better than the original song. So, hey, that one coming in, I can just crucify you. That one's gonna be a whole one right there. Like, that's gonna be a good song, coming in like that one right there, especially as you got E1 and in the town with it, of course that one's gonna be, of course you want that one's gonna be off the artistic, like that one's gonna be really a crucial one, because this one already, it was already a throw off one, like it was crazy, you seen it going everywhere, but just with this one and everything else, and him having this whole thing with the sister Naughty 3x3 E1 coming into it, especially with the whole thing, just liberating and everything else, but mainly with this one. But yeah, check this one out and everything else. But like, comment, subscribe, everything else, and just with this one.